part 2. So, just wrapping it up with a few more details about those light beings that we are getting through our initiations, our activations, our holding what the new dimensionality of expanded consciousness is for the planet, brings in the new frequencies that we are anchoring and shifting for Gaia and the entire construct, and the containment of those controls, and being that working with holding a field and knowing the field is somewhat remembering what we did in past lives about Lemuria, about Egypt, about using sound and vibration as a way of playing here in a new way, and remembering that this really was a place of not so dense. We could imagine something and it would take form, and thought forms are the new way of you working with the elements, and taking that space as working with energy beyond making chi balls, taking it to the step where orbs, chi balls, are the ability for consciousness expression, and that you really can tone with just your feel, holding the chi ball, and in this intonation you can compress, and that orb, we used to be able to hold the orb, and like a crystal ball of light, it would be able to tell us and show us anything that we asked for. And that is remembering ourselves in a multidimensional way for a new physical experience that is expanded. And some of that is letting go of the things that keep us bound from operating in that space, are old programs. So yes, we are changing the consciousness programs of the planet, and in reprogramming we are also getting upgraded. And so in those upgrades, I wanted to share a little bit about the things that I learned last night. This whole story of learning to go beyond our cycles of consciousness compression to access more. We have to, here it is, let go of the ego lessons, and remember that all cellular memory has emotionally, physically, mentally, psychically been programmed within us as parts or aspects that we are integrating into a higher consciousness field, and they're triggered. And in that, until we get rid of old programs that spin us out of control, we begin to operate more from the higher self, and knowing that it is the control center, and there you access faster frequencies and holding a higher vibration. And so upper dimensionals are the way, and eventually we access what is considered the honeycomb by some. If you haven't been there outside the construct, you get to see what is the golden ray, what is the space-time, spatial or spatio dimension of consciousness and being, that universal being, and the portals around the earth that work with many streams of consciousness from the universe. We are then accessing what it is to be our universal beingness, and going from beyond galactic consciousness of being Palladian, this or that, is still integrating to become outside of that game. Even the galactic consciousness has its divine order in the game of Gamatron. So game on, everyone, and know that we are all raising the vibration. So namaste for all the love, and mahalo for your halo.